Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Russell Ure, the CEO of a company called Raven, Raven. Thank you for joining us, Russell.
Well, thanks for taking me on.
Well, tell us what Raven is all about.
Okay, so Raven is a connected car device. It consists of hardware and it also consists of software components. The hardware is a system that is self-installed by the consumer, and it plugs into the ODB2 port. The device sits on your dashboard or on your windscreen. That's up to you. It has two cameras, has some driver displays, so the displays the drivers can see. Also has a raft of sensors, and it's connected through Wi-Fi, cellular, and Bluetooth.
Well, what's the object? What is it designed to do? What's the benefit to the driver here?
So we designed Raven to, one of the things that I think we noticed with other technologies which we developed is how important it is for connecting people. And we noticed really early on that car OEMs don't really see as connecting people as being a priority. It's all about the car technology, remotely starting the engine or just check, the doors unlocking as you approach it, that kind of thing. But it's all about the car. So we thought about putting a technology or developing a technology that allows the consumers themselves to be connected while they are in the car. A good example of how Raven works is a team driver. So if you have a young man or young woman in your family who are just about to start driving, I think everyone knows the first year driving is the most dangerous. And so we have customers who put Raven into their cars, and what that allows them to do is that it gives their young driver really good information about speed limits and that kind of stuff as they drive around. But also it allows the parents to check in through the cameras remotely to make sure everything's okay. And if the driver is speeding, then the parents get notified that the car is speeding, and they can address that with the driver when they get home. And also, if there's been some kind of incident like harsh braking, sudden braking, then a video is created of that, and also that your parents are notified. So this is sort of one example of how this connection technology works.
There is also Wi-Fi hotspot capability built into this?
Yeah. So I think these days, if you're developing connection technology, because we have a cellular technology built in, that it's very easy for us to give users inside the car access to the internet through the cellular link in Raven via a Wi-Fi hotspot.
And does that mean there's a subscription attached to this as well?
Yeah, so Raven is a connected device, which means that it's always connected. So there is a subscription. The subscription is actually quite small. It's $8 a month. And with that, you when you park your car and you leave it, Raven security systems are online and monitoring the car. So if you'll get informed, I think everyone moves the car, touches the car, or glass gets broken, or such on, so on and so on.
Really interesting. Now, if you were to sum up selling this to a customer, what would you tell them that it's designed to do? Why should they buy this?
Well, when we sell to customers, we on the consumer side, we focus very much on the people who are the multi-user, like two people sharing a car, or you have a teen driver, or you have an aged parent who's driving a car. It's all about that when the loved one's out in the car, that you're able to check on them and see where they are. Like for example, my wife has the car in the winter, and I walk everywhere, but she picks me up when the weather's really bad, and if I know exactly where she is on the road, and I can check the traffic conditions where she's in, and that I can pretty much anticipate she's going to pick me up in 15 minutes. So it's good to know where she is. She doesn't have to pick up the phone and call me and tell me where she's going. I don't have to distract her. It's very, very convenient.
Tell us about pricing and availability.
So Raven is priced at $299, and data plans is $8 a month. Availability is now, so that you can buy that from our website. You can buy that through Newegg or Indiegogo, and we'll be expanding to other outlets in 2019. But we're also developing. We also have a fleet product which we have being developed right now, which has even newer features.
And you're announcing some other features at the upcoming Consumer Electronics Show as well. Can you give us any idea about the direction?
Yeah. So we have 22 markets we sell Raven to. The second market is fleet, and we built the technology around Raven for consumers and connecting consumers. I think we realized probably in the middle of this year that as we were selling, actually, people were buying multiple Ravens, and one customer bought 40, and it was interesting because the connection technology, which is so compelling when keeping your teen driver on tabs in your teen driver, or two parents driving together and sharing cars, is that really great technology for people who own and operate fleets with drivers who drive all over the city, and they want to keep tabs on what's going on, and certainly making sure that their vehicles are not being misused. So we've at CES we're announcing a bunch of tools which we will be moving into the consumer space a little bit later next year. One of them is facial recognition. So when a driver gets into the car, the driver, we know exactly who's driving the car. So if you're a fleet owner, the fleet owner knows who's got into the vehicle, who's driving, and if there's any passengers, and if the passengers are recognized, authorized company employees or not. We have a messaging system that we've developed, which we have developed for fleet, but we'll be rolling out to consumer too. This is where on the Raven displays, which are in your on a dashboard or it's on the windscreen, you can see your Raven displays. And normally we put things like speed limit and the speed you're doing right now and the speed limit, and you have a choice of like dozens of different displays you can put up there, which you can set for your mobile app. On the fleet side, what the fleet manager can do now is message these drivers directly. So like call the office or make a delivery or something. And we're going to show that off too, so the fleet manager in his office then can then not only monitor his fleet but also message and control them. We'll be rolling this feature out into consumer too. So when you have parents, and it could be like a message like, please buy some milk or something like that, so that that capability is useful both on the consumer and the fleet side. We're also doing other things. We're building some enhanced security features for the fleet, which we're rolling into consumer side. One of the things that when they park their vehicles for the night, we want to put Ravens into a higher state of readiness, so that the vehicles themselves can be monitored. This feature that I was talking about now is its ability to provide enhanced security. So we're improving our security system capabilities this year with a bunch of new features around glass breaking, around using the cameras to detect motion and any other kind of artifacts in the imaging, because we have cameras in the front and back, and really put the Raven system into a high state of readiness. When you're in a situation where you're parking in an area which you're concerned about, and vehicle break-ins are actually seem to be increasing, not decreasing these days. So from the fleet side, it's a very important capability to have, and we'll be putting that in the fleet side during the Q1 next year, and we'll be rolling to consumer soon after that.
So in essence, what you're doing is turning just about any vehicle into really a smart vehicle. Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Raven is. It's really is a brains that you're putting in a vehicle, especially in those cases where as an owner of a fleet or a parent of a teen driver, you have this ability to keep an eye on the situation and make sure nothing happens that you wouldn't want.
For more information, where do people go?
So the more information, people go to our website, which is raven.is or Raven is.
Very interesting. And again, that's Raven, RAVEN.is. Russell Ure, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you very much, and it's nice to talk to you again.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C. Crane.